For real?
Yeah.
All right. What's good, y'all? Hope everybody's living well and staying blessed. It's your boy Marcus B. As always, I'm with the one and only Mr. Evan Simmons, and this is episode 21.
Yeah.
21 of Holla at Your Boy. Today, me and Evan sat down, and I don't know, man. We just kind of talked, caught up. We started teaching a couple days ago, so we've been busy doing that, and we haven't had a chance to talk. So we just did. We talked a little bit about our childhood. Talk about food, teaching as we do. I don't know. It was a weird episode, but it was good conversation as it is always. So I hope you guys enjoy it. As always, if you like what we're doing out here, make sure that you show us some love and support by following us, liking, share. What else do they got to do? Subscribe.
Yeah.
Please subscribe. 5-star ratings, all those things. Whatever you can do to show us some love, we would greatly appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoy the episode. Peace. Check.
Yeah.
Nice. They worked the first time
We're
out the
live.
gate.
Everything. I cranked the thing.
Did you already crank it? Hey, man, I'll still count it.
Hey. Yeah.
What's going on, dog?
It's a weird time.
Yeah, it is. Can we
Yeah.
talk about how the fact that as soon as we started school, nature was just like, you're just gonna be wet for the next
Right.
5 days.
Like, hey, I know you're having a bad time like during the day, but you want to have a worse time.
We're not gonna do a torrential downpour on you the entire day, but
Just
like
whenever everyone's leaving.
during peak hours, it's gonna be terrible.
Right. Like the worst part of the day where you have kids like running out of school and teachers are leaving for the day, and then for some reason like as soon as like 5-6 o'clock hits, all the rain disappears. It's
Yeah.
like
It's fine.
that wasn't the time. Like you missed it.
Come on. Or you couldn't have done it like 2 hours before when everybody was in school.
Right. Yeah. Well,
And it's just raining while we're in class. Like, that's
yeah.
fine.
I mean, like I love a classic like, Mr. Simmons, it's raining outside. Like, yeah.
Yeah,
Like
I
I know it's raining.
It's nice.
Yeah, but
So once like, I don't think anybody enjoys being caught in the rain.
I do.
Like like in the sense of what we're talking about, where it's like you're leaving school
Yes.
and it's just like I gotta walk to my car, and like you like running,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I enjoy like if I'm physically prepared to be in the rain and it starts
Yeah.
raining, it's great. I love that.
Yeah, that's like the best. Like the way I operate in rain is like it's either like I don't want to get any on me or I want to be like drenched. Like I don't want to be like in
Yeah,
between.
I feel that.
Like,
I feel that.
Like I do not need to be like I'm just damp for a while. I'm like no, I need like
Ugh, that's the worst.
yeah, like isn't that the word? Like especially like this is a universal thing. I'm just like your socks getting wet. You're just like this is the nastiest feeling ever. Like why are my toes wet?
You know, it started for a long time when people would make me angry. I would wish instead of saying like being really aggressive and saying like, man, I hope blah 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 happens.
Yeah.
I would just be like, man, I hope you step in a puddle with some fresh pair of socks. That's my way of wishing bad on people, but not getting like terrible karma back for it.
That's so genuine though. Like that's so like, you know what? I wish this upon you.
The three things was stepping on a puddle with a fresh pair of socks.
Yeah.
Stepping on a Lego barefoot, or catching the end table with your pinky toe.
Yeah. That one's cruel. Like
It's
like
it's so bad.
like I hope you. I hope for a solid 10-15 minutes you're in an excruciating amount of pain. Like Like, I don't want it to be prolonged. I just want you to hurt.
Yeah.
Like for
just for a strong moment.
man, that's a harsh thing to wish upon someone. But hey,
That was if I said the pinky toe one, you really made me angry.
you did me wrong.
You did me dirty. But what's worse, the damp sock or Lego?
Man, if we're like ranking the three of these, like it's definitely pinky toe, like getting
For sure.
stubbed
All day. Especially like
I would say
aggressively.
Right.
Like you go to like turn the corner real quick and then catch it.
Oh, I mean, like the worst thing ever is when I'm sure this has happened to like everyone, where this is also made me think of another thing. Whenever you are like in the morning, you're like getting ready, and you're just like, I just gotta hurry up and like put this belt on, and you like hit like and you're like, no, like don't do this to me, Day. Like that's the worst. Like
you have that moment of contemplation before the pain.
Right.
He's like, for real? That's how we're doing this today?
Like I have a problem where I hit my knees on like my bed frame. I'll like run, but I'm like, come on, man, this isn't the time.
I catch my ankle a couple times. Like,
isn't that
taking a scooter? Remember that pain?
Oh, don't talk about the Razor scooter. Oh, Marcus, you brought up so much childhood trauma for me just now. So first of all, let's talk about the bunny hop. We all could do it. I don't know why anyone thought that was cool.
Hey,
literally anyone who...
It was strong flex in 6th grade, though.
It was a flex of, like, a little calf muscle to, like... like, it wasn't...
A little calf muscle.
Like, it wasn't even, like, hard to do a little bunny hop. That wasn't...
No, not at all.
So, I don't know why we all thought that was the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
And then also, yeah, those things were, like, how heavy was that? Like 10, 15 pounds? No, it wasn't. Like
No, it was like maybe 8 pounds.
But it was like solid, like
solid
metal.
metal.
That bar
dude.
was solid
and
metal.
the edge was so fine.
Yes.
The part that would always catch
Yeah,
you.
it was weirdly sharp. Like, I don't get why. Like, no, it wasn't like sharp enough to cut you, but it was sharp enough to cut into your soul. Like, like it could come around and just whip and like hit you right on the leg and just be like, why did it have to hurt me emotionally? Like, man, these things that like as a kid like this is a weird thing. Like, you've seen the things of like, you know, kids, like one kid, like a kid that falls off the roof, and then it's a kid like with the little thumbs up. He's like, yeah, and then like sleeping wrong in your 30s, and it's like, you know,
you can't stand straight up and down for the next 3 days.
Right.
Yeah,
It's like,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I remember like as a kid, like anytime something like that would happen, I would just be like, all right, let's keep moving.
That's
like,
okay. Don't do that again.
Right.
Yeah, I fell out a bunch of trees as a kid.
were you a tree climber?
I was a tree climber for sure. I don't know why.
We only had the one at my house, and then like besides that, we didn't really like go to like parks or whatever and climb trees. It was like two. We were much more of a ground people. my people are ground people.
I come
from ground people.
I come from ground people. We are safe and close to the earth.
Didn't someone like earlier like say like lake people? Or like like lake people, ground people, tree people.
Oh, was I a tree person? I don't know if I was I'm gonna
if you were a person, like if you were a person, what kind of person? Like
I'm gonna go with water people.
Oh yeah, because you said you really you get like your most calm whenever you're in front of a body of water.
Yeah, by a body of water, and then just really like swimming and just being in a pool or lake, river, ocean.
I tell you, I recently I finally went to my apartment pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, for like the first time like by myself, I was like, all right,
how was that?
I'm gonna go. It was amazing. It was like right.
Glad you enjoyed it.
It was right before we started teaching.
Okay.
Right before we got back in the classroom, I just was like, all right, I'm gonna take my book. I'm gonna go out to the pool, and I'm gonna swim for a little bit, read my book, swim for a little bit because that book was like that book. I'm still getting through the Jazz of Physics. Still getting through it. It's dense, like bread, man. That thing is like sourdough, straight rye.
That fresh sourdough.
This is a pumpernickel book. Like, man, that thing is tough. The thing
is a pumpernickel book.
The thing is the Outback Loaf of books.
Oh God!
Man. But yeah, I took.
You want to talk about? Sorry, go ahead and finish the story. But we're gonna circle back around to that. Go ahead.
We're gonna talk about the Outback Loaf.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just went out to the pool, and I as a kid, this is a kind of a sad thing, is that I can't float in a pool. I think that's how high strung I am. I can't float in a pool.
It's either that you're high strung or it's because you're black.
I mean,
I don't even like. That's not even like a racist thing. Like straight up.
I'm like, no.
You have a denser bone mass.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like a higher tendency. Like it's not like guaranteed in all black folk, but a lot of black folk have a higher bone density, so therefore they don't actually float.
I'm gonna trust your bro science. I need to check this though.
Oh, for sure. Double check me on everything that I say. But I'm pretty confident in that one.
Yeah, that might be the case.
Because I remember David Goggins talking about that.
Like,
he had that issue
having
when
a
he was
bone mass.
Yeah, when he was in Buds and SEAL school, and he was just like having to do so much extra work trying to stay afloat because he was sinking.
Yeah, I always see people just like floating in the pool. I'm like, I don't know how to do that. So of course my pool is like short enough. It's like it's like 3 to 5 feet to where I just like drag my toes along the bottom of it. And let me tell you, doing that for like an hour,
just
amazing.
Felt good.
Like if you
love that you thought it was because you're too high strung. That is fantastic.
I legit thought from like this might be why I'm high strung because like the first time that anyone was like float, I was like, I can't, man. Like I'm trying to like my legs never want to come up. I'm like, stay up, legs, stay up.
I can't
do it.
I can't be calm.
Trust me, like getting my like swimming merit badge for Boy Scouts was big stressful. Like, I think we also had to swim like a half a mile, and like that was like
what?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't remember Boy Scouts.
Boy Scouts was a lot. Well, because you only got to like Weebelo. That's only you weren't there yet.
Oh yeah, it was like a year and a half.
You were still
I did it for like a year and a half.
I think technically you're still in Cub Scouts when you're at Weebelo. I should know that, but
no, I remember getting 3 different scarves.
You did get the red one.
I remember the red and green one was the last one that I got.
Yeah. So then no wait. So Tiger is a T-shirt, Wolf is a yellow one, Weebelo I think is the red and green plaid.
Yeah.
And then straight up red is Boy Scouts. Yeah.
You're a nerd.
Yeah. Is this news to you? Like, is this news?
That's fair.
I ranted about like Marvel movies like last episode. Like I
don't think you ranted, but you were very much like, no, this. hey, now, don't.
I mean, and that's always been like I think that's how I like got. I'll talk about that later. All right, let's go back like 9 steps. The Outback Loaf. What's your beef? What's your beef with the thick bread? That thick bread. That's like, it's impossible to spread that butter on it. It's the butter is so cold.
That dark rye is probably my favorite bread. One of my favorite breads. My favorite.
Good for a sandwich. I don't know about good for anything else.
No. Like sourdough is the best sandwich bread. And I will fight people about that.
I like a nice ciabatta, something crusty.
Nah, man, it gets
something
too crusty.
Nah,
not for me. Sourdough.
To each their own, man. To each their own.
That's fine. Just know that you're wrong.
I've been wrong before.
But anyways,
I'll be wrong again.
but that dark rye as like a side,
Yeah.
as like a
Side bread.
side bread,
Yeah.
I think that's probably the best
Interesting.
one, man.
Like better than a breadstick? Like I'm like all day I'm going for
Where's the breadstick from?
Olive Garden.
That's really the only breadstick, right?
I'm about to say like
Oh,
crazy breadsticks.
I was about to say crazy breadsticks from Little Caesars.
The Little Caesars, man.
Bro, those
me
might
some
be the
Little
best breadsticks.
I don't think anything from Little Caesars is actually good.
No, it's not.
I'm gonna come out hot and say
it's
that.
not.
I think all of Little Caesars is straight up trash.
Well, okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves now.
No. Here's the thing: we all eat Little Caesars. We all eat Taco Bell. It's not like that's not food. like that's not food. We don't deserve eat like like we're better than that. I think someone at Taco Bell was like, "People are goats." People are goats. And sorry, I'm in a mood today.
You're in a dark place, man.
I don't know.
It's all right. It's only day 2 of school.
It's day 2 of school. That's why I'm in a dark place. I had to be very positive.
Jesus.
And now I get to be negative. Whoa.
Ooh. But I don't know, man. It's like I when I think of that dark rye, I don't think of Outback. I think of Bill Miller's.
Okay.
That San Antonio barbecue joint, which God bless, it's not good, and anybody that worked there will tell you it's terrible, but it's so convenient.
Bill Miller's?
Yeah.
I thought it was all right.
It's wildly mediocre.
I mean, like, now granted, like the one time I had it was like, it was like during like when I was like touring with Blue Knights. So that was the only time I had it. So that might be my only context for it, but I thought it was all right.
Don't get me wrong, it's good, but as far as barbecue, like,
I didn't walk away from it being like, oh, I need to go back there.
Yeah, it's
like,
it's the best fast food barbecue.
Okay, that makes, because like,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, I'm sorry to my fellow Rudy's fans. Rudy's isn't good. I don't like Rudy's, man.
It's not as good as I want it to be.
It's so like.
It's so okay.
No, to me, like Rudy's is like someone. I should probably stop bashing companies.
We're never gonna get sponsors if you keep bashing
just
everybody.
Dawned on me. But like, don't just put pepper on stuff and call it seasoned. Don't do that. That's not right.
Well, to be fair, arguably the best brisket in Texas, Franklin's.
Never had it.
Neither have I, but I know all he puts on there is salt and pepper.
That might just be a heat thing. That might be like a
Like, so and we've talked about this. The reason why I don't barbecue is because I ain't got that kind of time and commitment to a 6-hour roast for it to come out mediocre. We still need to redo that pork butt. Try that again.
You know what I'm thinking we should do? This is I don't know why this is going to be part of the episode, but you know what we should do? I'm thinking.
Yeah.
One of these days.
Days.
What day do you take off for working out?
Saturday.
Saturday? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like one of these days, you like wake up super early.
Yeah.
Like start a fire.
Yeah.
Get like a solid workout in, because I need to see how far I need to go, because like
it's not gonna be a good time, bud.
The workouts I've done recently, dude, like I have been. Yes, I'm tired by the end of it, but like I should be, and this might be just like today I did like a ladder of like after I did a couple of minutes on the bike, I did a ladder of squat thrust, squats, and push-ups.
Nice.
Up to 10. And I was like, and granted I did in like 10 minutes.
Damn. That's not
but I was
bad.
like, yeah, I'm fine. I was like, no, I need to be on the ground, like, my body. My whole body. I feel a new muscle hurting. You ever feel a new muscle hurt? Feel a muscle like in the back of your the back of, like underneath your. I don't know what I'm pointing at.
I don't know what you're pointing at, but I know what the pain you're talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
But yeah, we like
we can get after it.
Get after it, and then cook a thing until like for a long time, and then eat it, and then that's how that day goes. I don't know what day I just described.
I don't know what day it is. I mean, I'm here for it.
But I described the day just now.
You know what I want to do? I want to get one of those tabletop pizza ovens.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, I want one so bad. I want too many things right now, Doug. I do. It's a problem. But
should want less.
I should want less.
Yeah.
But here we are.
Yeah.
But I want to do like a pulled pork.
Yeah.
Smoke a pork, like a pork butt.
Yeah.
Get some pulled pork, and then make a pizza with said pulled pork. I don't know why I think of like a white cream sauce.
I don't like the idea of cream and pork.
I don't know why. I don't know why I see that. Maybe not cream. Maybe like a.
I get the aesthetic you see.
Yeah.
Like the aesthetic of like that. You know what I would go for actually is like not like a pesto, but like some kind of like greener sauce.
Okay.
And then you put a mozzarella on top of that with the pulled pork. Maybe that'll work. I don't know. And like some like red pepper or something like that.
Well, maybe like a white wine sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a white wine, like. I see.
I'm glad you see what I'm seeing, but as I speak it into fruition, it does not make any sense.
Because like the aesthetic of what you're going for with like the brown, like
that dense
smoky
brown,
like
exactly
like with like the creams, like that makes sense like aesthetically, but like I've never had pork Alfredo before.
What about because I think because you've had like barbecue mac and cheese.
Yes.
So, but I think putting mac and cheese on top of pizza and then sprinkling pork on top of that is mad obnoxious, and you should never do that.
Don't stop doing the pizza mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Stop putting mac and cheese. It's make mac and cheese. Gosh.
It's a side dish.
Like, if you put something on top of mac and cheese, I'm cool with it.
That's fair.
Like
mac and cheese is a base, not a topping.
Yes. Stop putting mac and cheese on top of stuff. Like the weight of that is just absurd.
It doesn't make sense.
I don't know.
Foolish.
Yeah.
But maybe doing like a cheese sauce then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I just had a thought of like the what I was like picturing was like a Philly cheesesteak kind of aesthetic.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that kind of aesthetic of like cheese and meat and you know what I just like carnitas pizza with like a queso.
Oof.
Instead of like
yo you get that queso on top.
Yeah.
You spread the carnitas out.
Right.
You get my pico de gallo. You throw that in with a little bit of, I don't know what type of cheese. It's got to be the Oaxaca cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Sprinkle that on top. Get that little melty melt. And then you get a spiral drizzle of just like a nice sauce of everything. Ugh.
Dude, that would like.
Dirty.
I think we just invented
Dirty.
the next great thing. Like, like I would sit with that and go like I'm gonna need to be alone for a little bit. You ever eat something so good you need to be alone? Like,
just need to take a second.
Like what's your food that you're like, everyone get away from me while I eat this? Like, do you have?
I don't know if I have that.
I
know what you're talking about.
Because mine's wings. Like if I get like bone-in wings, don't watch me. Like, probably,
yeah. It's never a good look.
No.
When I'm doing it.
No.
But as far as like in an aggressive way, I don't think that like any food is like that. in an aggressive way of sense like, yo, I can't. I just need this by myself. But like, I don't.
Oh no, I don't mean like you need like I need like it's that whole thing of like you cut the first slice and you're like, all right, it's for everyone else, and I'll take no.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like what like the food that you're just like, I'm gonna need to eat this by myself, like
So that way nobody thinks less of me.
yes,
Definitely chicken
yeah.
wing. Like I gotta be mad careful with chicken wings.
Right. like you're not taking someone like I think like how long do you think you'd have to date a girl before you're like, I'm gonna eat chicken wings already?
Oof.
I'm at least like 6 months,
Like if we'll get wings
Yeah.
before then. But like I said, I'm gonna take it real light. Put it down, get a French fry, finish the
Right.
other part of the wing. Especially with the flaps, bro.
yeah.
Those are never a good
Like
look.
you're like the like
Bite it, roll it over, flip it into my mouth, pull through.
yeah.
Not,
I don't
not
need anyone
attractive.
to see me.
Not attractive.
Hold on, let me make sure this thing is like it is recording.
Yeah.
I can clearly see it's recording, but I like to see it roll. All right, cool. Yeah, we're all set.
Word.
All right. Yeah, I just want to.
I got you.
You know, make sure everything gets recorded actually, because
Unlike last time.
it's nice to like whenever you know, like producing, you're kind of sitting there, you're like you probably notice me like
Yeah.
every couple of like 10 minutes or so, just like see what's up. What were we just?
But wings.
Yeah.
I think for me to go in on some wings,
Yeah.
I think 6 months. That's probably a good
Yeah.
call.
Like you've seen me like at my best. Now it's time to see me at my worst. Like
Because in 6 months, something else has probably slipped up.
yeah, like you've like
You've become a real person.
yes, you've like finally said something that's like uncouth. I don't like that I use that word, but I don't.
That's a strange one.
It just dawned on me. I don't know how to spell uncouth. Is it
I think
two?
it's like
is
a
it-
UN.
Is it two O's or a OU?
I thought it was KUTH. I'm going to look it up.
Oh man, just I thought it was C. I think it's COUTHED. Uncouth. No, uncouth. It's not uncouth. I'm not uncouth.
UNCOUTH. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
At a point. Liking good manners, refinement, or grace.
Yeah. Okay. I was say I've never seen that word like in printed word.
Yeah, neither have I.
But yeah, by then, like you can like, all right, cool, like we're cool with each other. I'm gonna go ahead and eat some chicken wings in front of you.
That or like a good French dip or a Philly cheesesteak.
Yeah.
Like it's not gonna look good, bro. Anything with my hands that's not like a standard sandwich.
Right. Yeah, like anything, like those waffle sandwiches we had.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
I'm not taking.
Nah.
I can only eat that around y'all and Kelsey.
Right. Yeah. We've been hanging out for like a year now. Like me and you, 2 years. Like we can finally eat.
It's fine. We ain't gonna judge nobody.
But like you know, someone you just met, I'm not eating that. in
Nah,
front of
we ain't
you.
going there.
Like
I'm not taking you to that place for the first date either. It's too much.
no,
It's way too much.
no. Like I think you should eat at a place that's like a reasonable amount of food.
Yeah.
Like don't go to a place where you have to get leftovers.
Yeah.
Like, do you really want to date leftovers?
That's real.
I mean, that's a
Well, I don't know. I
Date
think
leftovers?
It depends. I think it depends.
I've had day leftovers. Not good. They're not good.
Actually, you know what? Now that you say it out loud,
Just
I've
remind you of a
never
bad date.
had leftovers on a date.
I don't know if it's like a no one wants to take away food kind of thing, or
Yeah, that's weird. When is it okay to take food away on a date?
I don't think it is.
Well,
Like,
I mean, eventually, like at a long-term relationship,
yeah,
that's 6 months too.
I think so. Yeah, I
I
think
feel like 6 months is just kind of an ambiguous number.
I think by that time you can get to the point where it's like I'm gonna like eating leftovers in front of someone is that's a moment of like honesty. Like hey,
That's real.
like I didn't make this for one day. I made this for two. Like, like I got a salad and some chicken. I made some chicken fingers.
There you go. Okay.
I made some like they were baked. They were good.
Nice.
But
Dude, I haven't had a good baked chicken finger in a while.
no, and like I just did like flour, egg, breadcrumbs
There you go.
in the oven.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah. But I got that sitting in the fridge right now. I don't want to see anyone. I don't want anyone to see me eat that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, don't watch me eat that tomorrow. That's something you do later. Like,
I guess the turning point would be whenever you can go to dinner as a couple instead of go to dinner for a date. Is when you can take leftovers home.
Yeah. When you can like, hey, like we're going to bring like we're gonna bring food. Like
it's like, you want to meet me at BJ's after work? Yeah. All right. Cool. See you over there.
right.
As opposed to like asking somebody out.
You want to go on another date to this place?
Yeah.
That's a whole different game there. I don't know. Something.
Dating's weird, bro.
It is weird.
I don't know if I want to get into it right now. But yeah, dating's so strange.
I'm kind of at the point like I don't know if it's just like my age because I'm 24 now. Whoa, yeah. I'm officially nothing.
Middle 20s, mid 20s.
This age is nothing.
Mid 20s, the beginning of your mid 20s.
I guess so. But this like, man, like this is a weird time to like, let's go sit in a place and do something. I don't want to do anything. Like, I don't want to do anything with anyone. That's dark. That's darker.
I don't want to do none with nobody. Nah.
Just you want to go? You want to go a place? You want to go to a place? Do you want to go? Like, no. I don't want to. Like.
I miss the simplicity of coffee shop dates.
That's my go-to.
My go-to back in college.
Like that's the easiest way to. Granted, now I have to drive all the way out to Waco.
Yeah, exactly.
But like the coffee shop date is the easiest way to be like, all right, we're just gonna. Oh, the air went out again.
Yeah.
That always freaks my ears out. I'm like, whoa.
It's mad trippy at night.
Oh yeah, because all the sound is like, oof, that would trip me out.
Not a good time.
Sorry. Let me. So the coffee shop date is something that I like it because it's not really something to do. It's just an excuse to talk.
Yeah.
Because like if I'm doing something, I want to do something. Like
yeah, that's fair. I get that.
Like if I take someone like the epitome of like I'm comfortable with you is if I'm gonna take you to the aquarium or the zoo. That's the epitome of I'm comfortable with you. Because man, don't notice y'all have not seen me at an aquarium or a zoo. Y'all have known me for years and. You won't
really
you
an aquarium.
Oh, don't look at me there. Don't look at me there. I get 8. Like I get 8. Like I'm a solid 8 years old. Like
become a child immediately.
I become like man. I don't become a child. I become 8. Like I've never been more 8 than that. Just like because the 8-year-olds are like interested in stuff, but they don't have the vocabulary to like talk about it.
Yeah.
They're just really interested in like dinosaurs and stuff. Yeah, that's me in an aquarium or a zoo.
Wow.
Yeah, don't look at me there. Like
that's wild.
Well, like as a kid, I always did. There was these books. There's this guy Seymour Simon. Probably no one
don't know
read these books. I'm telling you, no one.
I thought you were gonna say the
Zoo books?
Zoo books.
Yeah, dude. Well, I never read a zoo book because my parents weren't like.
You didn't get the 24 copies for $12.95 or whatever that commercial.
I did not call that number. That's still something we gotta do. Is like call, like that would be an after. Dude, that would be a great date. Like,
calling,
all right, we're just
calling
gonna
2000s.
like, hey, do you want to call like a bunch of phone numbers with me? I'm kidding. That sounds awful.
See who picks up. It'd be goofy.
I mean, like, Goofy is like all like. Could you imagine like ordering like zoo books now?
That'd be badass.
Do you want zoo books to show up at your front door?
Yeah.
Oh,
that'd be badass, dude.
Like, here are your zoo books.
Why not? I'd flip through each one once, but I finally have them after all this time because I wanted them as a child and I never got them.
I'm just picturing you at the end of zoo book 24, just like, well, that's done. Like,
chuck that.
Childhood
out.
dreams achieved. To all the teachers that never said I'd be anything. I don't know how that phrase goes. I was always told I'd be something.
Jesus. Must be nice. God damn.
I'm horrible.
It's like having all that love and support.
It's crushing. No, man. Like I was kind of like I was, due to like certain things of people telling me that I was being too nice. Yeah, well, that's a Patreon topic.
Super rough.
But
Patreon coming soon.
I was like, I got
episode 100.
One of these days. I got onto this Psych Today page about like it was just like me like how to be like or signs that you're too nice or whatever. That was just YouTube diving.
That's a bad dive, dog.
Oh, it's a bad dive. And
you're better than that. I want you to know you're better than that.
No. No, that's me at my most honest.
No.
Let's dive into my psyche.
Oh, Jesus.
But like there was another video on like signs that you're an intelligent person, and of course my ego was like, yeah.
Tell me what I already know.
Let's click on this now. So I clicked on it, and then it like told me like all of my secrets, and I was like, no, how did you know video? But one of the things was, wait, there was something I was gonna say something. No, what was it? What were we just talking about?
Signs of being too nice. Signs of being an intelligent person.
And we had something. The whole.
We were talking about dates, and then we got to...
Okay, man. I kind of went on this trip. What was I... Something about... this is great content.
Fantastic.
Well, so basically, I mean, the thing was, like you... What was the thing? Oh! I remember now. We were talking about like what was it like growing up with like love and support. Yeah. What was
okay,
it,
we're
what
back
was it like
to
growing up? Yeah, it was. And one of the signs of intelligence was expecting people to expect greatly of you, because that's the thing I experience like every day. Is like I've always had the expectation of like you need to do well. I had parents that like would not harass me if I didn't make region, but they would harass.
They would say something. Yeah, car ride home.
It'd be like why didn't you make region? Like no, like we would have a conversation. Like my junior year of high school, we had like a solid like a 3-hour conversation,
Jesus.
like about why I didn't make region. Yeah, it was a good time being a childhood, having a childhood of, I don't know if fortune's the right term.
Of some.
Yeah, but yeah, that's kind of a that was a weird thing of growing up with like uh, expectations, just
Yeah.
like super, just like expectations are good, but they can also be like really crushing to a kid. That's why I try not to, like, when I'm teaching. I try not to be like, I try to be more encouraging rather than like do it like, oh yeah, you can do it, like, I like to do more of that.
Definitely
Like more like,
something I
hey,
need
like,
to
hey,
work on.
yeah. I mean, yeah, that'd be like that'd be a good thing to.
I'm the worst at that specifically.
Like having expectations, but not just being like, do it. Like you have to, like.
I'm just, yeah. I mean, we've talked about this
Yeah.
almost ad nauseum. I'm just such an aggressive person and have zero personality when I'm teaching. And I just kind of get angry at you because you don't care as much as I care about you caring.
Yeah, and see, that's something, like, I think when I first, like, coming out of like competitive stuff, and that might be also more of a high school thing. Because high school, you kind of expect them to like,
Yeah,
hey,
that's fair.
you're in high school.
I am definitely different in middle school.
Right, because like middle school to me is like a time of like, I had a kid tell me last year, like, Mr. Simmons, I played my 5 region scales, and I played my region etudes pretty well. I think I'm done with tuba. I think I finished. I'm like, son, shut your mouth. No, you're not. You still got.
I'm done with tuba.
Like, I'm like, nah, like. So like that part of me like does the whole like, no, do it.
Yeah.
But then like the other part of me is like, I'm gonna give you like all of the UNT like flow studies and things that they work on, and be like, here's this, go work on it.
Yeah.
Like that's something I'm definitely like starting to develop more, and that's kind of what, in the future, that's what I want my program to be about, is to be about like everybody wants to explore being better, if you know what I mean. I mean, this is something I like, kind of a random thing. I'm taking drum set lessons.
Yeah.
I was taking drum set lessons, and then like because of school started, I like stopped emailing Norm. Norm, I'm gonna get back to you.
Promise.
But
Plus,
like,
also, Norm, I'm gonna hit you up soon. Something I don't know what for, but I feel like I should hit you up.
yeah, dude. He's a genius. You good? How many times? Is that 6?
Yeah. Ow.
They got into your brain, didn't it? You sneezed a little bit of brain out there.
Yeah.
But
it always hurts my eyes.
to like sneeze that much,
Yeah.
it's not good.
Definitely not good. It's how I sneeze my entire life, though, and I don't really know how to fix a sneeze. So,
Yeah,
here we are.
it's like having a bad laugh. You're just like, well, I laugh like ha 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 now. Like, man, like if you laugh like that, you laugh like that. That's my
Dude, I've got, in the words of Kevin Hart, I've got old white guy laugh.
Oh, sorry, that's my like JayZ laugh. Ha ha. Someone told me I had a JayZ laugh before. I was like, I don't have a JayZ laugh. Like, if I get genuinely like laughy, I guess I have a higher pitch JayZ laugh, but it's not. It's also not cool.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know.
Because JayZ, I don't think JayZ as a physical entity is cool. I think just the status that he brings is cool.
Okay. I get what you're saying. I don't necessarily agree, but I get what you're saying.
I don't know what that means, but yeah.
But yeah, dude, I got that. Unless I'm like laughing, like my bass laugh is the not breathing, shaking my head, and then the random clap. That's what I do almost every single time, unless I'm really taken back by something, and get a couple chuckles out.
I definitely do the like you guys have witnessed this like multiple times where I try to talk through that kind of sounded cool in the mic, like a weird like nasal thing where like I'm like caught in the back of my throat, or like them in my sinuses. That's how I like when I get to the point, that's where I'm at my most like candid. I'm just like,
Yeah.
that's my most candid laugh. I don't know. Laughing is a it reminds me of this. Of course, I'm talking about like stand up, but there's a one stand up with David Cross where he's telling a joke and some guy in the audience. Oh, I remember the joke. But he just like in the back of the crowd just goes, ha 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 ha. It's like dead silent, and he goes for that loud laugh.
Jesus.
And you're like everyone, of course, like dies.
Yeah.
Everyone goes. He just goes. Wilford Brimley, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my god. That's,
Man,
those,
I love a good laugh. If I can make someone like genuinely laugh, that's a great moment.
Yeah, that's a good moment.
I don't know. We've been like riffing.
Yeah, there's been no centralized topic. We're just kind of talking about whatever.
Oh, but kind of weirdly coming back to the that whole like drum set thing. Like, I've really enjoyed. This is something that's been like nice about like I always find this about learning a new instrument. Like I was just working on like eighth note subdivisions like in my right foot, like just working on that with like placing that off of the 16 note subdivisions like off the hi-hat.
Okay.
Just like working it because I was trying to play. I was listening to Miseducation of Lauryn Hill that day, and then I was like, man, these are some dope drum grooves.
Lauryn Hill, God bless.
Man,
shout out
that album, which I'll do a whole review of the albums that I've been listening to after my 30 days is up.
Fair enough.
Let me tell you, it's been a great experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like getting to listen to music that I normally would have not listened to.
Yeah.
Has been eye-opening, I guess is the best word. Like really just like have you ever like tried a new restaurant that you never been to before and you're just like, that was nice.
Come on, man, that's my happiness.
I mean, like we just like we went to that waffle place. It was just like, man, this is great. Like,
really good.
Like that's me with like these new albums. I'm like, oh, like today I listened to the D'Angelo and the Vanguard Black Messiah.
That was his first one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no. Voodoo was his first one.
Voodoo was his first one. Yeah. I don't know why I was getting mixed up.
But I finally listened to that entire album today. I only listened to Sugar Daddy and something like Sliding.
Yeah. Just kind of hearing in my voice. It's
not right. Like it's not. I think it's just like weighted.
Yeah. Hey, bro. $40 stands. What do you want? Okay.
But the I don't listen to like two of those tracks before, and like listening to it now, I'm like, it's a good album.
Yeah, what I remember from it is a really, really good album.
Like it's nice to listen to music, but man, I just like kind of going back to the Lauryn Hill thing, when in that hip hop groove. I was like, I kind of just like the freedom of the drum kit, like like there's so much to like do on it. Like I was kind of feeling like closed off with saxophone. And even to like the extent like most of my woodwinds, I was like kind of feeling closed off. Like there was stuff to do. Yeah. There's always something to do. I got like 12 pieces sitting in my house right now that haven't been played yet. That I need to like get through. But like there was something nice about like, man, this is nice to just like learn something new, rather than just like crank out another etude. I don't know. That's been like. You like playing drum set.
Yeah, and I have the jazz program at the high school has been a little fuzzy this year, just as far as drum set players go.
Yeah, because
people are in and out, scheduling conflicts, and then you throw the COVID stuff on top of it.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm actually sitting in because there's one kid in the top band right now, but he was supposed to play vibes.
Yeah.
And like he can play drum set, but like
can't
not at the top level.
Yeah, can't drive on drum set. Yeah,
of which the top band that Duran is trying to get after.
Yeah,
and we have another kid, but he's having scheduling issues, so he's not in yet. So
Yeah.
I'm having to fill in, and I'm also just like, man, I haven't read a chart, and
Yeah.
oof. Okay, here we go. Let's see how this goes.
I mean, that's like step numero dos for me is like, all right, let's put a drum part in front of my face.
Yeah.
See if I actually know how to like understand
It gets so dicey, man, because nobody writes it the same, and yeah.
And to me, like, it's one of those things where you have to kind of, I don't know if play it by feel is the right term, but like kind of like, you know, not make it up. I like, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
you got to be so comfortable with it, comfortable with the drum kit and the style,
yeah,
that when you're playing the stock pattern,
yeah,
it is not the stock pattern.
yeah. Can you turn yourself up a little bit?
Yeah, I
Yeah, I was about to say, like, I was like, I can barely, I can barely hear you.
Also, I'm just kind of...
Yeah, it's much
There
better.
it is. My voice is just so fried.
Yeah, from talking.
Talking so much throughout the day.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. But yeah, that's kind of the part that I'm lacking right now, because
Yeah.
it's been so long since I've sat behind a drum set as well as like a big band.
Yeah.
Actually, I never sat behind a big band. Everything I did was like brass band or top 40. So to sit behind the big bands, having to think at that level of, again, reading a chart,
Yeah.
just kind of like a lot of dusting the cobwebs off.
All right.
But it feels good. I definitely did miss playing it and just being around a band. It's nice, man.
Yeah, that's something I'm hoping to do. I mean, well, at the same time, I haven't really like I've been hoping to like get back into, like, I was thinking about this the other day. Like, when I was in high school, I had my my little combo. We would play and stuff. That was like one of the best like experiences I had with like making music.
Yeah.
Where it was less of a like, there was less of a competitive environment and more of just a like a, because I still feel that now. Anytime I'm playing like a band, I still feel it might be just like that's what music school did to me.
Maybe.
There's a little bit of that, like, you know, like, it's an audition, like,
Yeah.
don't mess up, like nah, mess up. Like, I remember we had a song, we would mix, it was Lemonade and it was a thing by Bad Bad Not Good. I don't know, like, it was a mix of two songs, and it just got, it was super, like, there's a part in it, well, because it starts off with this like nice like hip hop groove.
Yeah.
But then by the time you get to like the midsection, it's like free jazz and just hard to listen to. And we were just high school kids just screaming on an instrument. Like we didn't know what we were doing. But I liked doing that though. That was nice to. I haven't done that in a while. Like, I haven't been like, you know, if I play jazz now, I'm thinking like, right, gotta fit these changes. I gotta sound good, dude. Music is beautiful. Just
have fun with it.
Right.
And that's
like, we got into our head about it so much in music school that, to me, like it's sounding good, like, stopped.
Yeah. I went to one of those elementary clinics at TMEA last year, and because it was about hand drumming.
Oh, okay.
So I all I saw was hand drumming. I didn't know that it was geared towards elementary.
Okay.
I was like, yeah, dude, let me
Hand
go
drum,
check it out. Yeah, I got a free 3:00 spot. Let's go check it out. So I went, and then it ended up being about elementary, and I was like, all right, man, you know, I'll still check it out. And I liked what the dude said, but I still kind of with the similar conversation I had with Roseman and Connor about how I go about teaching and all those things, you know, still fighting with that. But he's like, the the way we do it is backwards from which the natural tendencies of music is as far as hand drumming goes. Because when you start in, with the super bass root of African hand drumming, where it's just like circle drumming and you're just kind of playing on the drum and passing stuff
purely
around.
Collaborative.
Purely collaborative. You're just kind of feeding off the people around you. You're
right.
like, step one is a performance. And then eventually it turns into that super nuanced practice.
Right.
As opposed to where we're at with the Eastern school of
Western.
music. Western, sorry. Western school of music.
Like,
my bad.
Nah.
Where it's out the gate, nuanced practice. You got to play all these things perfectly in order to just do this one performance one time.
Right.
And that's all you get. And I was just like, damn, yeah. And I don't know how to conflate the two of those personalities.
Because like the thing that I think a lot of especially Texas people we like have argued, and anyone like any which I started doing research into like the history of teaching musicianship throughout the years, because that was like, a thing I'm like interested in for maybe my master's. Is like competition band started in 1912. That was the first competitive band contest, and ever since then, the bands have gotten better.
Yeah.
They've gotten especially like any school band has gotten better. But the thing is that we did sort of get away from the idea of it's just a performance.
Yeah.
Like it became like band became a competition rather than a a fun, like, and everyone talks about like you got to make it like a fun like family event. Like, why isn't every band contest a fun? Like, why is it cutthroat? Why are people getting like mad and I mean like you got like penalized like a couple years ago, like why does that hurt? Like, that shouldn't, like like it does hurt.
Yeah.
And definitely like I talked about like not making region, like that definitely does hurt, but like
doesn't feel good.
But it's like, why is that a thing? Like is it like, do we push the the word I hate is excellence? Like, do we push excellence, or do we push like let's have a good time?
I don't know, man. I mean, I think there's a quote somewhere out there that like competition breeds. I don't think it's innovation. I think it's like I don't know. I can't think of what
something like that.
Some of to that accord, and I like. It's interesting because even without a competition this year, I still can't let some things go.
I mean, like, yeah, let's just talk about that.
It's
yeah, like,
because at the end of the day, like, in me, it's like there's a right and a wrong way to do it.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, and I think that's part of the equation that people like to argue on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it's like, well, if you're having fun, there's no right or wrong way to do it. Like, yeah. But no.
Right.
Because there's music that says what you're supposed to do. So therefore, if you're not doing that, you're wrong.
Right.
Like, again, if we're doing the like drum circle, yeah, there's no wrong there. It's just like just being a part of the moment, enjoying the people around you, all that. But like for a marching band, I don't know. I don't think
you can't really do that wrong.
Yeah.
Like, that sounds weird, like, coming out of my mouth, but like you can't do what's on the written page wrong.
Yeah, because it's there for a reason. So do that.
Right. Like do what's being asked of you. rather than well, I mean that goes into like interpretation and stuff. It's like
Well, and it gets weird for me because my driving, not my driving force. That's it's not the right words, but the thing that I've always said is, you know, it's fun. Being good. Being good is fun. Like doing things at a high level is fun.
you know, like, did you see that video of it's been circulating all around Facebook. I don't know what group it is. Some guy named like Marcus Williams. It's him and this group of like this like low brass players. They're just like trombone and trombone, baritone, and tuba, and they're just walking down, just doing like a little like mini, not parade, but they're just kind of walking and they're just like playing like these like just beautiful jazz chords and like
nice.
Kind of like that like the black and blues kind of stuff, just like beautiful sounds. Like,
Gotcha. Yeah, yeah.
But like and I was talking with I was talking with Ben about this, about like how like someone's got to do it.
Yeah. Every episode, somebody's got to punch a mic. Damn it.
But like there's a technically according to the standards of excellence. According to the standards of excellence, they sounded bad. Like they sounded bad. They looked bad. Like tones like all like a bunch of people like sticking out. But according to like jazz and
You got it, big dog.
HBCU
There it
bands.
is.
Couldn't get that out.
That was rough to watch.
I know. according to that standard of excellence, they were killing. Like, and you got a kid in there who's like the guy is like all these like older people, and then there's like 16-year-olds in that group.
Yeah.
And they're just like just enjoy himself, and like the question is like okay, technically they're bad.
Mm-hmm.
Or are they? It's like if everyone's enjoying it and that video is going like viral and people are like, like I see like band directors on those like band director Facebook pages that are like, I love this. I'm like, the UIL judge in me wants to be like, no, you don't.
Yeah. I think as bad as it sounds, I think a lot of music and a lot of band has needed to be compartmentalized. Like
talk more on that. Like,
yeah.
Like, do you mean like it needed to be like?
I think there's space to do that. I am one of the biggest advocates for brass band.
Right.
And I always crack jokes on these kids that will roll in on the first couple days, and if they're like a classic, like they didn't do jazz, everything like functionally is straight up and down, super linear. You have the upbeat, and it's nails.
When I had to teach them on was that Red and Black?
Yeah. And it's just like, nah. It needs to be dirtier.
Like it's like I need that to smell like.
and that doesn't, if you come from that UIL marching background, those words don't compute.
Right. Yeah. Like putting putting stank or like give it
like just ugh.
Like that sound doesn't work.
Yeah, but that's what makes brass band, that's what makes second line, that's what makes HBCU, those sound good. Like that's the only way it sounds good, if it's got stank on it. If you playing it super square,
right,
it sucks.
Right.
But on the flip side, you can't put stank on Granger.
You cannot.
Right? The only way it sounds good, Granger might be.
I would say, because like there's sometimes where like you get like those like people talk about like those top performing groups where it's like the Berliner Philharmonic or something like that they're like really bright and they're like like a really brassy tone at one point.
Yeah.
It's like they get like to that blasty range. Like there's that whole thing.
There's
like,
the nuance of between
Yeah.
the London Phil and Chicago.
but people say that's wrong, right?
Yeah.
Like
And
it's the same thing. Like
but as far as like stylistically of playing up and down, straight up what's on the page, like verbatim.
Yeah.
You do not. There's no room for interpretation.
right.
You are playing what Granger wrote, what Holst wrote. Like the only way it sounds great is if you do that.
Yeah.
If you don't, if you try to put some stank on it, it's not gonna sound right.
Right.
So that's what I mean by like compartmentalize. Like, and I think that's the part that directors aren't explaining to their kids is that there is supposed to be a difference between the two, right? Like when we go play like those swag tunes in the stands, those are supposed to not like
sound
like those are just supposed to be like a wall of sound coming at you, very aggressive in your face.
We want sousaphone sound.
Yeah, like you can, yes, you can have a good tone and you can use the proper amount of air, but dee 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 dee, like what rhythm is that? I don't know because it's not 1 1 2 and 3 4 1 2. Like it's I don't know, but that's what it's supposed to be.
Right, yeah.
But if you play dee 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 dee,
Nah.
like that's not it. But the line gets blurred if you're not explaining the difference between the two.
Right.
The kids don't understand that like that's a style of what you're supposed to play for this and this is a style that you're supposed to play for that. And that's where a lot of my frustration comes in because even just back-to-back stand tunes, like if you're playing a swag song and then like you go into like moves like Jagger, like you have to play moves like Jagger straight up and down.
Right.
Ba da da dee 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 dee.
Yeah.
Zibba da 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 dee
That's
da
how
da.
the song like
that's because that's exactly that's how they wrote the song, so that's how you're supposed to perform it.
Right.
Yeah, if you can go back and make an arrangement of it and change some things up, but like if that's what's on the page, that's what's on the page, and that's what you should do. You should respect the music, you should respect the artists and such.
Right.
So I don't know how I ended up on this soapbox.
Yeah. I mean, we're just talking about, like, the whole thing of, like, do you, back to, like, the hand drumming thing. Like, do you teach them performance?
Yeah.
Like, or do you teach them, like the rough way? Or
I think there's just, there's space for it all. And I don't like people that say there's not. Like.
Right, okay.
Like, the people that say like the only way you can do music is the Western learn all your notes, learn all your scales, learn all your arpeggios, then learn everything in fourths, and then learn everything in fifths. Then you get an etude that works on everything that we just talked about, and then it's just kind of like this half music, and then maybe you'll get into a solo finally, and then you could perform it for me, your private lesson instructor. And then I'm going to give you a thumbs up and tell you what it is you need to work on. Then you take it back and you bring it to me again next week. Like, that's...
Yeah.
What? Do I think there is room for that? Absolutely. Do I think that is a necessity? 100%. But then also, there should be room for you to take 30 minutes of your class, like, once a month. And I'm kind of talking to myself because I should do this. But, like, just like, here's a drum. We're going to play eighth notes. Everybody kind of knows what eighth notes are, right?
Right.
All right. And then you're going to have 2 bars to solo, and everybody else is going to play eighth notes.
Yeah.
Here we go. And then you just kick it in, and then you just roll around the circle.
And see, that reminds me of this, I was looking at, I don't know how I got to this. I think I was looking at, like, practice methods on, like, YouTube or something like that.
Okay.
But there was this drummer. He was talking about, I forget his name. I'll write it in the comments or something. He was talking about his like 4-step process to practicing, and he did it. It's a non-creative, creative, and then these aren't his exact labels, but practice and then performance. And so the non-creative part is your straight up rudiments. You can't do that wrong.
Yeah.
Like this is, taking out the what's that modern stick control for the modern drummer, or whatever it is, or stick, like you can't do that. Stick control for the modern drummer, for the standard drummer, and then it's like a syncopation for the modern drummer.
Yeah,
or something like
there
that.
it is.
But there's you can't do that wrong. It's got to be right. It's got to be perfect. And then like the second part of it was like, all right, okay, you know how to do that stuff. Now, put it all over the kit. Or like be creative with it. Like do something different with it. That's something I'm trying to do more in class is like, all right, we've worked on these scales and stuff. We've worked on all this stuff. What do y'all want to do? Because the coolest things I've ever gotten have been from kids. Kids that like tell me something and they'll be like, "Can we do this?" I'm like,
"Oh God, I don't mean to do that on this." I didn't realize how much tension was in my neck. Sorry.
Yeah, it happens, man. You just gotta.
Did shoulders today? I think that's where it is. I just have that resting tension up here. Sorry, continue.
But like the coolest things I've gotten have been from students that have been like, "Can we do this?" I'm like, "Oh, it's a good idea." Like we should just like and it's usually like these creative ideas or like games or whatever.
Yeah.
And you can always put that as like we're gonna play a game here. It's gonna make you better, but it's also gonna like I think that time is like kind of like a critical thinking time of like, all right, everybody knows what eighth notes are.
Yeah.
All right. Let's have fun with them.
Just do something with it.
Right.
Yeah,
and then that way, it leads into the practice of it. It's like, all right, now you're actually working on the music after you like, all right, you got your mind ready, you got your creative mind ready, put it together to work on rehearsal, and then you perform at the end.
That makes sense, yeah.
Like after hearing that, I was like, that'd be a good way to rehearse. The problem is that
I don't know what that looks like in a full band setting.
Don't know what it looks like in a full band setting, and I really don't. Like, I'm trying to do that this year, but I'm like, how do I make sight reading weird? Like, do I do something?
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what that looks like, man.
I was thinking about doing scale good times. I don't know. just call doing boring stuff, fun stuff.
Yeah.
Just whatever. I mean that's a whole different.
As we always do, we fall back into teaching and.
Yeah, I mean,
how we have no idea what we're doing, and we're just hoping that what we've put in place kind of works.
I mean, man, the thing I'm like about this year, the thing I'm looking forward to the most is like, I always say this, I like when weirdness happens.
Yeah. When
like weird stuff is just like going on, I'm just like, this is cool. Like,
yeah.
Like I'm like,
yeah,
hey,
man.
Like this is unconventional, isn't it? Like, like this is a good time for weirdness. I think people should embrace this time as a time for weirdness. Like, your routine will be fine.
Yeah.
Like, embrace the time for weirdness. I don't know. Yeah.
I think it's a willingness to detach from what we've known.
Yeah.
And that's the hard part for a lot of people, myself included.
Yeah.
Like, we still have this pressure since our first game is at Cowboy Stadium.
Yeah.
But if we didn't have that, like, just kind of sound good at the couple home games we have.
Right.
Other than that, all right. Like, I've definitely got some serious questions about Region Band, whether or not I'm gonna hit it as hard as I normally would.
I know for me, the kids that can do it, I'll push it, but the kids that I know can't, I'm not gonna.
But I'm thinking.
Let me expose you to the stuff that's impossible for you.
I'm thinking of doing. Like putting everybody.
Those Hey Arnold socks.
Sorry. Hell yeah, they are. Dude, my mom got me this pack.
I just looked down and I see little Hey Arnolds. I'm like,
yeah, bro.
What's happening?
Dude, check these out.
Oh. Put them on the. Hey Arnold.
What's up,
Arnold.
football head?
Oh, Football Head.
Yeah.
That show was so weird.
So weird. All those early Nickelodeon shows were wild. Could you imagine being a writer for those shows?
Dude,
oh, God.
I have no... You hit the popsicle stick that no one can see.
Yeah.
That's the coolest thing about that popsicle stick. No one can see it.
We're just going to keep talking about it, too. And
Oh,
nobody's
yeah.
going to know what it's about.
You know what we should do? We should write something on it. We should write a secret message. And
we should. And only people that are on the show
will know the message.
will know what the message
is.
That's a good one.
Oh, let's do that.
Good no.
That's going to hurt a lot of people's... people are going to be like, I have to be on the show now. Like, okay.
Send me an email. Let me know. Holla at your boy at Gmail. Shit, what was I saying?
We were talking about region music.
But yeah, like setting up, because if everything was shut down and the kids weren't going to be like as bad as we thought that it was going to be to come back to school with all this corona, I was just going to do like a studio setup where I assign you an etude a week and you play through it. You either record it or play it off for me, and then we go to the next one.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of the move for me. I think that might be better suited for my kids because there's just a lot of unfamiliarity with percussion as a whole.
Yeah.
And I was hoping I could kind of get that through region. But now on my third year, I think that it's just too far off right now. Like if I had done this my freshman year, my first year, maybe by now, maybe by now it would have been like region would have been set up nicely.
Are we juniors of teaching?
We are juniors of teaching.
Yes,
sir.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's a gross statement, right?
That's okay. I don't like to think about that.
But
it should be so much better than
dude.
Whatever.
Telling me.
No.
But yeah, had I done that first year, I think by now region would have been a lot more squared away than it is now. Don't get me wrong, the kids are definitely doing much, much better as I have in years prior, but I don't think it's at the same like upward trajectory. Had I been a little bit more nuanced in the teaching, and been a little bit more explanatory and had easier things to chew on at the beginning. So I don't know. I'm gonna kind of take this weekend and contemplate that because I wouldn't have the first pass off until this coming week, anyways. Yeah. So.
I mean that's always a thing. Is like, do you? I mean, everyone like TBA's like whole thing like this summer was like meet them where they're at.
Yeah.
And it's like, do you? And to me, like the way like you're thinking about doing it, like doing the whole like studio thing where you give them an etude and you be like, hey, we're gonna work on this week and pass it off.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of the easiest way to meet them where they're at because then you could customize that and typically if none of this COVID stuff was a thing, you would just be doing region right now, and it's like. If we were just doing like if next year all this is over, are you gonna do region?
I think the goal would be to be Are
you gonna do the etudes? Like.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the ultimate goal would be to do the etude thing honestly year round. Yeah. And then supplement. On top of that, so like right now, what things that we've got to worry about is the marching show and stand tunes. Yeah, that's it.
So the marching show.
So the marching show. Yeah.
No one in the history of band has ever worried about stand tune. I don't think anyone.
We play like 30 of them, so. Percussion actually we can't do rock groove 1 2 Latin groove hey song, like we actually have to learn some of these damn songs because they're these weird odd off-brand arrangements sometimes. Like I think we have like 5 different 24 Karat Magic, what's the not
Bruno Mars,
the Bruno Mars song I feel like I feel like funking it up.
Uptown Funk.
Uptown Funk. Thank you, Jesus. I think we've got like 4 different arrangements of that because we just keep buying them.
What?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Because like the first one,
the song came out like 2016. Why are y'all still buying them?
Well, the first one we bought was like, I think an at like a 1 for 1 off.
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
And it just was too dense.
Okay.
And then we got one that was like too thin, and then it wasn't like.
So you couldn't find that like that quite right.
And then I think we found one, and then I think Dance got another one.
Okay.
So maybe not 5, but I think we have like 3 or 4. So we got to work on a couple things like that. But then you looking through the week, and especially since we're kind of pushing for this online portion of stuff.
Yeah.
So one day is pass offs. One day is work on said thing to pass off.
Yeah.
The other 3 days, marching stuff. Like, it's a pretty squared away week.
Yeah.
Maybe do 2 days of marching stuff, 1 day of like fundamental percussion.
Yeah.
IPT on another day, and then the pass off on the other day.
Right.
So I don't know, man. This is what I've been toying with.
It's
So
like,
I've been
like on that, like, oh, my voice is like,
forgot how to work.
We're not coming down today. I don't like that voice that I just did.
The added ad lib was just the icing on the cake, bub.
Yeah, that's the key. Like a day of like, hey, let's work on timpani.
Yeah.
Just having that.
Like, let's work on let's work on cymbal crashes.
lurk around cymbals.
Proper tambourine technique, stuff like that. Like, because I'm really trying to push this, hit this percussion ensemble concert hard.
Right.
Like, really, really, like, just throw down. And also, like, my boy Caesar, again, bring him up. I haven't talked to him in a while because I think he's just been swamped.
Come out here, Caesar.
Come Temple Dog. I need your help with a couple things, drums, but also just want to come and chat. He was gonna do like 3 recitals in the spring this past spring.
Yeah.
Where it was like a pre-solo ensemble, the solo ensemble,
Yeah.
an early perc ensemble concert, and then the last perc ensemble concert.
Ooh.
Where like the early one was gonna be kind of real small ensembles, like a bunch of trios and
groups
quartets
that are ready to go, like kind of now,
yeah, and then do like the big 15-minute
right
full group 20-person piece, yeah. That's what he was gonna do on the end of the year, and I was like thinking like that'd be dope.
Yeah,
doing like a little showcase, like studio recital.
Yeah.
In December,
right?
And then it would be a quick turnaround for solo ensemble, but I don't know, man. I think it'd be dope.
I mean, it's always like, and like I shouldn't even talk about like because I'm a person who like I really like to not. Sounds dark. I really like for my band not to perform sometimes. Because like if they sound bad, I don't want them to sound bad. So like but also I think performing is still like good.
It's important.
Yeah, like it's good for everyone. Like I think you should always like, regardless of to make this more universal. I think you should always like, perform what you're doing. I mean, we talk about it like in marching band all the time. Like, if you're not performing, like, I mean, like, who's that talked about? Who are we? It was Ashley. She was talking about like how like if someone wasn't performing like during a rep or whatever, they would like, if you're not like performing arts or like if you're not at your job and you're not like actually trying, like.
Just wasting time, dog.
Right, like you should do that. Like you should, I mean, like you should always like perform. There's also times where you need to like stay back, work on your stuff, and then go perform it.
I mean, yeah, there's space for all of it, but and knowing what to do and when to do it and where to do it is really important. And
that balance can be kind of weird, but
I think now that I'm saying it out loud, that's kind of I'm gonna kind of push for that this year instead, and just see what happens. Maybe do a couple to change out a couple of those days of like fundamentals with just like listening. Like let's like actually listen to some wild perk ensemble. Let's listen to some like the best drum set players out there, man. Like listen to get some Ed Soph in your life, man. Listen to some people that
I can't. I got enough Ed Soph in my life. Anytime you walk by him, and I just get a cold like, I'm sorry. Like you're not even my professor, and I'm sorry.
Sorry, I'm not better. I don't play drum set.
I don't even.
But I feel bad for not being good.
I did not picture the next time I play drum set. I'm gonna be picturing Soph walking.
You just need to picture Butch Miles, man. He's just all smiles, baby.
Oh yeah, I was like, "Who's Butch Miles?" Okay,
down in Texas State,
right?
The original drummer for, not the original drummer. It wasn't Basie. Was it Basie?
No.
Who did he play? Maynard? I don't remember. He started playing at like 13.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and he was just like one of those dudes that was like, "Oh, I'm in the club, jazz."
I can't hang with prodigies, man.
Yeah,
and prodigies are anyone under the age of 16 killing it.
I did. I got to take one lesson with him, and it was so like refreshing how positive he was. It's like,
nice.
Oh damn! And then I got screwed over by, what's it called? Not the counselors.
The advisors.
Advisors.
Yeah.
The advisors at Texas State, and I got dropped from the class and couldn't sign up. Yeah, big sad. But anything else, dog?
No, we just kind of rambled.
I don't really know what this episode was about. I don't know what we're gonna say for the intro.
We'll find out when we get there.
But any final thoughts, life-changing quotes?
Nah, I'm excited to see. Like I said, the weirdness of now. Like embrace it. It's gonna be a fun time if you just embrace it rather than like. And like I feel like you're gonna embrace it with the whole like. It's gonna be something a little weird here.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll work.
We'll see, man. I mean, everything that I've done has been an experiment up till now. So, and I would say I've got like a 80% success rate.
Right. Might as well just keep experimenting.
Just keep experimenting, man.
Science, man.
Science, bro. Well, as always, Doug, I appreciate you being out here, especially now that we're back in school. It's definitely going to be an interesting time.
Because we definitely used to have these talks like in the band hall.
Yeah.
Like in the Travis Band Hall after school. So
That's
now
true.
we're just doing it here.
We're just recording it and putting it on YouTube and hoping people like it.
Oh, boy. That's a weird thing to end on.
That's a weird thing. Anyways, appreciate you being on, Big Dog.
Right.
Everybody that's stayed with us here until the end. Love y'all. Shout out to you guys. See y'all next time. Peace.